Good morning and welcome to Project ATC10K, week 6. Colin is very needy this morning, and that's fine by me. Anyway, this week might be a little bit different than some of the previous weeks. Last week was mainly a shoe review of the On Cloud Boom Strike, and that's okay. This week, no new shoe to review. Also, there's going to be a little bit less run footage because since I'm teaching full-time again and I have to get my runs done early in the morning, it's pretty dark for most of the time, so I don't think I'll be able to get enough good light for camera work. Anyway, last week ended up being 67.5 miles, which would be pretty average for a marathon training block, but it's kind of peak for a 10K training block. This week, I may not get quite that high, we'll see, but I'm still kind of in that peak training zone, still very much in the heart of specific training. It's Monday and it's 20 days from race day, so we're still going to get quite a bit of focused training in this week. Since it's Monday, I'm going to start the week off with a nice easy run and some strides. Little bit of nostalgia for this Monday run. I found my old pair of Pegasus Turbo 2. I know a lot of people are excited about the Pegasus Plus, which is really the continuation of this line. And I did have the original Pegasus Turbo, which was the Pegasus 35 Turbo, and of course had this model. And like everyone else, I was sad to see that Pegasus Turbo line go. Don't know if I'm going to get the Pegasus Plus yet, because there are so many shoes nowadays that kind of have that similar experience. So I'm going to run in this guy, knowing that it's like 5 years old and probably past its prime, but just to get some of that nostalgia going. Well, the humidity is back in full force, and I was feeling it on this run. Also feeling yesterday's weekend long run, which was just over 18 miles, just under 30K. So today was slow, ended up being more of a plodding recovery pace. However, even though I wasn't looking forward to getting the strides in near the end, I threw a half dozen strides in and I immediately felt better. It's amazing how you can get some spring back in your legs with just some 80 to 100 meter relaxed sprints. So yeah, that makes me feel better going into tomorrow's workout, which will be a tough one. These shoes, yeah, they are past their usefulness, but I can't bring myself to throw them away, and I'll talk about that more during the shoe talk. All right, 7 miles for the week after day 1. See you guys tomorrow. All right, it's Tuesday, it's workout day, and it's a big one today, kind of a peak workout. It's 3 by 2 mile on the roads at 10K effort with 2.5 minute rests in between. So it's almost a 10K worth of 10K speed, and it's about 2.5 weeks from around the crown. I find that this workout, if I can hold the pace for all the reps, is usually a good indicator that I'm ready to do it for the race. And I am wearing the Puma DV8 Nitro Elite 3 with the new serrated laces for this one, because I'm still not totally decided on the ASICS Metaspeed Edge versus the DV8 Nitro Elite 3. So these last couple workouts, I'll have to make that decision. No GoPro today because it's going to be dark the whole time. See you afterwards. Well, I had to abort that workout. I got about a mile into pace, or I should say effort, and it just was not coming. So, I pulled the plug on it. If it were something where I was able to do a 2 mile rep at close to 10K pace and the effort was really hard, I might have powered through and done a couple of reps, maybe not 3, but I wasn't getting anywhere near pace and the effort was too high for what it is. It was just not turning over. So I was not going to do any good had I tried to finish that workout. What would I have been practicing? So we'll regroup, maybe put some kind of 10K effort into one of the runs later in the week. We'll have to look at my plan a little bit. But other people were out there doing workouts at their pace, and some of them were also having off days. So I was able to at least get some base running in. I ended up with, I don't know what it was, close to 9.5 miles altogether today. So it was not a wasted day, just not a successful workout. And we'll regroup and examine what happened today. See you tomorrow. It's Wednesday and I just did 60 minutes easy with some friends, and I do feel a lot better than I felt yesterday after that failed workout. A lot of it might have to do with the dew point has come down quite a bit. It's positively pleasant this morning. Almost wish I had tried to do my workout today, but oh well. Might as well not make it easy on myself. So I went with the Saucony Kinvara 14 for today's easy run. Normally the day after a workout I would choose something soft and squishy just for recovery miles, but I intentionally went with something lighter, even a little bit firmer, to see if I just kind of felt a little bit more lithe and quick. And it did do a lot for my psyche. It kind of felt better to be light on my feet and feel like I'm not plodding around like I did after my failed workout yesterday. Okay, it's Thursday. I'm gonna get a slightly longer base run in, probably about 75 minutes, maybe 80. The dew point is still not quite as high, so hopefully I will continue to feel better today. As I've been trying to do, I'm gonna keep on giving the Hoka Skyward X another shot to see if it just kind of opens up for me. And I figure days like this, anywhere between 50 and 75 minutes of easy running, maybe pick up the pace some, and it might allow me to really see the magic everyone else sees in this shoe. 75 minutes done, just under 75 minutes, 9.3 miles, that's 15K for all of my metric friends, which makes a nice round 5 minutes per kilometer or 8 minutes per mile, which is about my base volume pace. Yeah, so the Skyward X. My opinion on this shoe is largely unchanged, but I'm gonna explain that a little bit further once we get to the shoe talk at the end of the week. As for how I'm feeling, I wouldn't say I'm feeling stale like I was earlier in the week, but I'm not exactly fresh. Still gonna try and put together a consolation workout for tomorrow, which is Friday. Yeah, and I will see you then. Good morning, it's Friday. Gonna take another try at a workout for this week. On the plan is 1200 at 10K pace with a 2-minute recovery, then 1 mile at 10K pace with 2.5 minutes off, then another 1 mile with 2.5 minutes off, and then 1200. And so that's gonna be about 3.5 miles at 10K pace with not too much recovery. And this is mainly to set myself up for success after an ambitious workout attempt on Tuesday. I was gonna do this workout next week as a second workout for next week, but I decided to bring it forward just as a consolation for this week, and that way I'll only have one peak workout next week. I figure less is more if I'm kind of already running into some setbacks. So we'll see if we can salvage some fast work out of this week. All right. Starting rep 1, 1200 in 3, 2, 1, go. Time. Rep 1 was about 5:53, 5:54 pace, livable. Mile done in 5:51. Most of it was at 5:54, 5:55. Got a little bit of help on the last 200 meters. Let's go right. Third rep was 1 mile in 5:53 on a fair route. Didn't get any help in the last 200 like the last one. And done. The last 1200 was significantly faster, about 15 seconds per mile faster, but it was on a downhill portion, so tried to make up for that with effort. But it's good to get a successful one in. So it's like I said, it's good to have that workout behind me. Each of the reps was actually a little bit faster than 10K pace, but it was right on 10K effort. Some of the reps had some favorable terrain toward the end, especially the last rep. But we made up with it in effort. Anthony was running with me. And I would call this one a success. And I intentionally chose the same pair of Puma DV8 Nitro Elite 3s that I had on Tuesday, because I didn't want any of Tuesday's failed workout to be chalked up to anything other than me not being 100% there. I just kind of wanted to make sure I was in control of everything today and getting back on track. Saturday, rest day. It's Sunday morning. I'm down in Charlotte at Camp North End, and gonna start my long run here after about an hour and a half or so. We're gonna meet a whole bunch of people for a little bit of a course preview for Around the Crown 10K. Of course, we can't run the actual course because that uses the Beltway, which will not be closed to traffic, but we'll run a preview of some of the in-town parts of it. So it should be a fun group run. I do have the Adidas Adizero Adios Pro 3 as my long run shoe today.
If you guys do need to use the bathroom before we get going, we have been told that others will be open over here soon. But the one that we do know is open is up at this corner by the pop bar, if you need that. If you haven't seen it yet, we have some demo shoes over here from Brooks, so please check those out. We have Charlotte Running Company over here collecting any
So the pace team is being sponsored by Brooks. They're being called the Brooks Hype Team, and that's why there's these demo shoes out here. So for the last 5 miles of this run, I'm going to try out the Hyperion Max 2. See how that goes.
We're going to get rolling unless anyone's got any questions. And I do want to see at least one hand up with some random question on like what's the grade of each line, or how many bathrooms do you have at the start line.
So pausing here right where the start and finish is, because like I said, we're not doing the exact course today. Just regrouping so everyone can see where the start finish is. All right, just finished the 5 mile social preview run. Get these murals in the background here. Yeah, so I got to demo these Brooks Hyperion Max 2 for these 5 miles. A 5 mile easy run, probably not the best demo for them, although I threw in some surges here and there. They're definitely a little more dynamic, a little more responsive than I was expecting after reading and hearing about them. But still, for $170, I think I'd want something a little less niche, a little more versatile, like the Endorphin Speed 4. I think for this run experience, they were enjoyable, but I would still be happy sticking with just the Hyperion 2. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get something to eat and then maybe close out this video.
The run? Yeah. Oh, what's up?
Race director Brian Mister.
Hey, what's going on, team?
Hey, how many people are registered, Brian?
We're almost over 6,000 right now, and expecting another 1,000 to 1,300 in the next 2 weeks, which is insane. So we should have total around 7,400 or so signed up this year.
How many? How late can people register online?
You can register online up until August 31st, and you can sign up in person on August 31st as well here at the expo at Camp North worth it.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brian.
Thank you, man.
Great.
Love it.
So this QR code, if you want to scan it from your screen, last chance to register online, $10 off. So get a still shot of that. Okay, shoe talk. So my choice for Monday was a choice for nostalgia. This is the Pegasus Turbo 2, which is like, I don't know, 5 years old? Yeah. But anyway, the PIBA is all worn out and bottomed out in this, and the React has hardened up as well. So its usefulness is, as far as running, is, you know, in the toilet, except for maybe like on a rainy day or something. But I like the way it looks, and it's still comfy to walk around, and it looks good with jeans, so I'm not gonna throw it away. Will I get the Pegasus Plus? Man, I really don't know. Like I said before, there's just a lot of shoes that fit into that niche now. We'll see. We'll see if the nostalgia gets a hold of me. Tuesday and Friday did my workout and workout attempt in the Puma Deviate Nitro Elite 3. And I was glad I took it out on Friday again after the failed attempt on Tuesday. On Tuesday, I was not feeling smooth at all. I was just tired, couldn't even get into a rhythm on my warm-up. But I wanted to take these out again on Friday to see if I could get some smoothness and get some punch in them, and I could. So I really think it was just me having a really off day on Tuesday. Will I use these for around the crown 10K? I think after this week, even though I enjoyed training them, I'm still gonna go with the ASICS Metaspeed Edge Paris. I've got some family in the house, so you guys might hear some voices in the background. But yeah, I'm gonna go for the Metaspeed Edge Paris for race day. But I will probably wear these for a few races in the fall. I've got quite a few races leading up to Houston Marathon. Wednesday, Saucony Kinvara 14. This is in that class of shoes that I've talked a lot about lately. Lightweight performance daily trainers. Really simple components here, just an EVA midsole, Power Run midsole, a really light, really porous upper, and lightweight. I think even in my size 9.5, this comes in under 7 ounces, under 200 grams or so. So even though I wouldn't do a long run in this shoe, I mean, I could, it would just feel a little firm toward the end. This is just a great thing to have around when I want something light on my feet. That was Wednesday. Thursday, 75 minutes in the Hoka Skyward X. I just still don't know what to think about this shoe. I think it's overpriced for what it is. I think it is not really punchy and responsive enough to be a super trainer, and it's not really cushy enough to be like a really soft A trainer, and it's too expensive for either of those options. The PIBA, if it's the same compound in the Rocket X2 and the Cielo X1, that's a great PIBA compound. And the Supercritical EVA, if it's the same compound that's in the Mach 6, that's also a great compound. You put them together, and I guess the whole is not as great as the sum of its parts. Yeah, I'm gonna still put miles in this because I think it's gonna last for forever, but it's pretty mid as far as I'm concerned. And then weekend long run in the Adidas Adizero Adios Pro 3. Why a racing shoe? Well, if you've been watching the channel for any amount of time, you know how many racing shoes, how many carbon-plated racing shoes I have, how many PIBA midsole racing shoes I have, shoes with racing midsoles and stuff. And really, when all of those are thrown in the pot, this guy comes out, and it's more of a daily trainer compared to a lot of those. Could I race in it? Yeah, a little over a year ago, I did a half marathon in this shoe. I also did a 50K in this shoe in January. Not this pair, but another pair that I've since retired. But Lightstrike Pro is a great training foam. It's a good racing foam, but it's gonna last for a while. And when I want something that's not gonna kill my feet for a long run or might decide to throw some pace in, the Adios Pro 3 is a good choice. Not if you're paying the $250 for it, but as many colorways as are out in this right now, and you can catch some aftermarket, you could get this for the price of a super trainer, and it's going to be loads better than a Boston 12 or something like that. So that's why I chose this for my long run. All right, guys, that's my shoe talk. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ding the bell for notifications. And then we'll see you again for next week's installment of Project ATC10K, which might be a shoe review. We'll see. All right, see you on the next run.